What's going on, guys? It's Toxic Open Spaces. We're back with a brand new tutorial, and this time I'm super excited to bring to you guys our brand new Plain Jane interactive theme. You know, I say this every time we release a new theme, but I say it because it's true. This is by far the best and most innovative theme for, you know, independent brands by far. You know, like most Shopify theme developers only make stuff for the big guys, but we focus on, you know, the independent brands, you know, everyone that's creative and trying to stand out and beat out these, you know, major corporations and companies. You know, we got you, and we brought something that will definitely, you know, take your game to the next level. So, I mean, Plain Jane Interactive is a little bit about it. It allows you to make interactive spaces and add touch points to those spaces to any product collection or page in your store. A similar example or something you could think of is maybe the drakerelated.com website. A lot of people love that site, but this new theme will allow you to accomplish something similar to that if you want to. But in this tutorial, we're just going to cover everything with Plain Jane Interactive, how to set it up, how to set up all the menus, and just get everything right, and just show you guys how to even customize the space and all of that, best practices, and yeah, that's about it. So let's hop right into it, and let's switch screens. All right, so in the back end of Shopify, you're going to want to have your Plain Jane Interactive theme uploaded here. If you don't have it installed, we have an older video that I'm gonna plug right here somewhere on the screen, that you guys can watch and learn how to install the theme, and then come back to this video. I'm not going to cover that here. But to get started setting up interactive, this is what we're going to do. First, you're going to want to publish this theme. Right now I already have it published, but once you upload, I'm sure you have some other theme that's here. You're going to want to publish it and then go to preferences and password protect your store. All right, you want to protect it, put a password so no one can come in, and this is very important when editing this theme. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to edit it properly if you don't do this. Not really the password protecting part, but like publishing. You have to publish the theme. All right, so once you do that, we're going to go to navigation and set up our navigation stuff. All right, so off rip, you're going to start with the main menu and footer menu. If you come here, I'll show you the menu you're going to set up. So right here, if we click this is our main menu right here, but we have a second menu we can add here below this for just the interactive spaces. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how to set that up. It's going to be a different menu that's below this, and then we also have our shop menu right here. So I'm going to show you how to set that up. All right, so I'm going to come back here and we're going to click add menu. All right, I'm going to type shop menu and then hit save. And whatever link you want to add in here, I'll just show it. For example, I'll just say blah blah, whatever, and just say links to all men's collection. I don't know, it's just a random example. If we refresh the page here, we have this here, blah blah. Okay, and then what else? I mean, you can also add back to home if you want, because we had it there before, but it disappears when we add an actual menu here. You can do homepage. You want to add like a back to home thing or whatever. Yep, cool. So next we're gonna do the interactive room menu. So we're gonna go here, back to this title box. I'm gonna type interactive room menu, save menu, and then I'm gonna do men's, link it to the home page, and then I'll do women's. This video I'm going to make a women's interactive space, so we have like a men's side and women's side to our store, and you guys can see how that's done. I'm going to do women's. Okay, save menu. So now if we come back here, go back to our home page, click here, we have another menu down here that's just for the interactive rooms. Okay, you don't have to have this if you don't want it. You could always add everything to this main menu up here, but if you want to differentiate it, you can do that and like change the color of these links to something else rather than having everything be the same. You can do that. All right, so we added that in for you guys. So cool. So that's done. Next, we're gonna go to pages and interactive. We give you guys up to 7 interactive spaces that you can make. All right. So to make a space, so I already have the space 3 here. My women's would be space 2, and the home page is default space 1. All right. So we don't have to set up a space 1. So if we go to women's here and you look here in the theme template, you know, we have space 2. So to create another one, all you have to do is create a new page, title it whatever you want, and then make sure you add the template here. Okay. So space 2. So another example right here, space 3. You could do that, put space 3, and so on and so forth. I'm gonna delete this page because I don't need it. But however many pages you guys need, you know, you can go up to 7, and you know, I think you get the gist. So we delete that. All right. And we have our women's space 2. So now we're gonna go into the customizer finally. I'm gonna show you guys how to set this up. All right, so now we're finding the customizer. So let me first start this off by saying that everything from the previous versions of Plain Jane are still valid here. So if you want to go back to the standard enter page for whatever reason, you can do that by going to settings, theme settings, enter screen layout, and then you can change the style back to Plain Jane Classic, and you'll have the classic enter screen look. I'll show you in a second. So yeah, it goes back to the standard, but we want to get interactive today, so let's do this. So right here we have all the different blocks kind of set up. You have your main menu. If you click this, you can edit the main menu colors. The interactive menu, this is the second menu that sits below. So right here, this is the main menu here, and this is the interactive menu. So if you want to change how these links look, you want to click on this interactive menu right here. Okay. Before I forget, we have this interactive space here. If you click this, we have some other options here. Like if you want to add a preloader between different rooms that you're swapping, you can do that. You can upload an image there. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. So next, let me close this out. We have our social media block. So this is right here, all these social media icons, and we have a ton here. I mean, we put everything you could think of right here. So you click these to make it visible. You have to make sure you put the link in. Then you can also change the color to whatever color you want. All right. So, of course, clock, you know, right here, the date, time, you can change that. And now we're at the interactive points. Okay. Let's see. Let me refresh this really quick, just so it recenters. There we go. So now we have our interactive points. Okay. So the way this works, to add one, all you have to do is click add block and then interactive point. That's simple. And one gets plotted right here as example product. Okay. So we look on the right side, the dialog box title. This is the title of whatever the point when you hover over it. So you can make this whatever. I'm gonna leave this as example product for now. Next, you can change the point color to whatever color you want. We have a red. You can change dialog box color. So if we change this to, let's just do like a yellow. Hover over it. It's now yellow. You can change the dialog words color. You can make it this weird blue. We have a weird combination going on here, but it's whatever. See, the text is blue. Then the ring pulse color. See these little pulsing rings? You can change the color of that too. Let's make this like a, let's make it a yellow. Really cool stuff. And then we have our X coordinate, Y coordinate. So this is what you're going to use to move your point around. Okay. It's pretty, you know, self-explanatory. X is left to right and Y is up and down. Okay. So if you go like this, you see how we're moving it around the page. If you go too far, gonna go off the screen a little bit, and you're gonna have to, people are gonna have to scroll to get over there. So you may not want to do that, depending on, you know, whatever your background image is. All right. So that's kind of how that works. And then if you want to move it up and down, you can do that. If you go forward here, you go down. If you go back, you go up. All right. So, and then finally the link. So you can make this point go wherever. You can go to your policies, to your blog post, to your blog page with all your blog posts, whatever page here, right? You can go to a product or a collection, or if you want to even make it go to, you know, a different site, you can do that. You just type in the link here. So it's very, very versatile for whatever your needs might be. So from here, we're going to take a look at the transition arrow. Okay, this is this arrow right here. So I'm going to create a new one, add block, transition arrow. All right. And we're going to use the XY coordinates here to move it to the left side over here. Cool. And if you look at the very top, you can change the direction from left to right. We're going to make it left. You can change the title. You could change the background color, border color, word and arrow color. These are pretty self-explanatory if you guys, you know, play around with it. Once you hover, you know, it expands out like this. And you can change these different factors here. The transition width. So this box, you can set the width and how long it is. All right. So if you make this 100, pretty short, it's probably not going to look good. Yeah, see, it's overflowing. You don't want that. You want to make sure it's it fits properly. Let's do 150. Almost there. Let's do 175. Nice. That's a lot better, right? So I'm gonna title this women's, because we're gonna make our women's screen to show you guys how to make 2 interactive pages plus more. All right. So you can also make the background transparent of the arrow if you want to do that, right? In this case, I wouldn't, because it's kind of hard to read the women's, so I'm gonna leave it black. Yep. And you can make the border transparent too. If you don't want like a white border around it, you can do that. Okay. And then you'd come here and you link it to whatever page. So in this case, I'm going to link this to the women's page because that's where we're going. All right. So I'm just going to save this, save our work so far. Cool. Last thing to note with interactive is the background. This is probably the most important part. Okay. Let's go to, I'm going to show you guys how it looks. As when you first come in, this is kind of already set up. I'm going to show you guys how it looks without a background there. Let's go here. So this is going to be our women's page, space 2. As you can see preview says women's. That's why it's important to, you know, do the steps before and assign the templates to the pages. But yeah, as you can see here, it says add a background image to start. Important. Must use proper aspect ratio / dimensions. Okay. So if we click the background here, the aspect ratio is 16:9. Okay. Recommended sizes are 1280 pixels by 720 pixels, 1920 by 1080, 2560 by 1440, 3840 by 2160, etc., etc. All right. So you want to keep that same aspect ratio. Otherwise, it's not going to look good. It's going to be a little bit off. Yeah. And also, you know, should think about mobile and how that might look when making your images. It's pretty easy to do this to get the proper dimensions. You know, just open up Photoshop or Illustrator or whatever editing tool or photo editing tool that you use. Create a new document and then just match these, you know, whichever ones here. You know, if you have a really high quality image that's high def, you might want to go this 3840 by 2160. But if your image isn't super high def or whatever, you should definitely go to 1280 by 720 just to make sure things don't get super blurry or anything like that. So you have been warned. Make sure to follow this, please. If you don't, you're gonna have some issues you know, making your interactive spaces. Okay. So since we're here, let's add our background. Which one is the right? I think this is the right one. Okay. If it seems a little bit off-centered, it's okay. You just need to save and refresh it, and it automatically moves. All right. So don't worry. Anytime if you're working on this, you see it's like kind of off-centered, just refresh the page or save your work, and it should move back to normal. Okay. And we have all this stuff set up. So we're going to add another block, and then we're going to add our interactive touch points. So this one, I'm going to put on her jacket. Oh, sorry. Let me go up. Okay. And to the left. Perfect. And then make a link to my collection I set up already, to women's tops and one pieces. We're going to name this tops plus one pieces. All right. Simple. We'll add another block or another point, interactive point on the pants. Move this to the side a little bit. Okay. And then we're going to call this bottoms. And we're going to paste our link here, collections, women's bottoms. And then I'll just do one more for the shoes, similar to our male model and the other interactive space. Just gonna move this all the way down. Oh, too far down. Maybe put on the right shoe. That's close enough, honestly. And I'm gonna just do footwear, you know, something simple. And I don't have women's footwear set up, so I'm just gonna link this to the men's footwear, just whatever. Where is it? Men's footwear. Cool. I'm gonna save this. And then now let's do our transition arrow back to the men's section. Let me go back. Which direction was I pointing the other arrow? So this one is to women's, so I should probably put it here. Let's see, pages, space 2. Go back to our arrow. And I'm gonna move it to the same spot. If you want to match it perfectly, you know, you just have to, you know, copy and paste this. Let me actually just do that just to show you. Okay, transition arrow. So this is the shop all. A good way to tell like which one you're on is just look at the title really quick. So you know, like, okay, this is the shop all one. I don't want that. And you can just go over it really quick. So if you want this one, the women's one, and it's at X coordinate 38. So if we copy 38, go back to our other page, space 2. We're going to want to turn the arrow in the other direction first, so to the left, and then we're going to paste this in here. All right, so now it's perfectly lined up with the other one. All right, I even checked the Y coordinate. Let me see. I think it's this one. Yeah, women's. And we're at 50. I think we're at 50 already on the other page. Space 2. Transition arrow. Yep, we're at 50. Okay, cool. So now you got to do is link this back. You're going to click pages here. And then, oh, sorry, no. You're going to click, let me see. Oh, I forgot. It doesn't show up here. You're just going to enter in the home page because that's where the first space is. So plain-jane-interactive.myshopify.com. I cannot spell today. Cool. Just to test it out, we're going to click this. It's not visiting the link. Let's see. Okay. Yep. All right. Go straight to the home page. Nice. So cool. So that's how that works. We're going to save this. And if we go to our live site now, let's refresh this. So we have this test point here. So whatever, ignore that. But if you click women's now, it should go to the women's, right? Really cool stuff. And then we have the tops and everything. If we click this, you know, we just see all the women's tops now. Really dope. Hit the backspace there. Go back. Bottoms too. Same deal. And you can go back to, well, I didn't change the text here. Let's just say men's. But example room. Okay, whatever. Let's go back and change this to men's. Right here. And then, oh yeah, that's way too long. Let's bring that down a notch. Just put it down to 100. Nice and clean. We save that. Let's see if it's okay. Yeah, saved. Refresh. And we go back over to women's. Yep, now we have our men's here. And actually, I should swap these points here. I think I'd prefer women's to go to the right rather than to the left. I feel like it feels better that way. So let's start with this and move this over. Let's do 60. And that's a good distance. Change to the right. Cool. Maybe a little bit further. Let's do 70. Let's do 65. There we go. I think that's cooler. 65. Let's go back to the home page here. And we're going to swap these. Okay. The women's, we're going to put at 65. What was it? What's that? So that was at 38. Okay, so 65. All right. And then we're going to take this one and put it at the 38 where the other one's before. Okay. And I'm going to change the direction there. Go back to this one, change the direction there. And then on this right one, yep, this goes to women's. Let me put this at 100, maybe a little bit more than 100. Yeah, let me do like a 115. Okay, cool. And then we have our shop all here. Nice. I feel like this should be a little bit more out. So it's 38. Let me extend this one. Let's do a 30. 32. That's a lot more centered. Okay, so shop all this here. I'm gonna move the kicks up a little bit too. Let's make this 81. Let's do 80. 79. Right on top of it. Yeah, that's cool. All right, I'm gonna get rid of this other interactive points example one because we don't need it. Let's see, where is that? This one right here. To delete a point, very simple. Highlight, delete. Okay. So that's really about it, guys. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory from here. You know how to make multiple spaces now. You know, you can just go through all of these. Make sure you assign your page. You assign your page like we did in the very beginning of this video. That's super important. If you don't do that, you're gonna have a lot of trouble and be confused. All right, so make sure you do that. But besides that, I mean, that's about everything. We have so much more planned for this version of the theme. It's definitely gonna get some updates that can't be in all the others because the others aren't interactive in this way. So definitely stay tuned. Make sure to like, subscribe to this video. Leave some comments below if you love the theme. I would love to hear from you guys. I mean, we would really appreciate the support. We've worked on this for months now. So that's about it, guys. If you have any questions, of course, leave in the comments as well. And that's about it. I'm out. Peace.